Hey guys, it's Andrew Gross and I'm here to show off a little Arduino project that I've been working on. It's currently in its prototype phase and this is only its first iteration, but I thought you guys might like to see what I've been working on recently, and right now it is art and electronics. This piece is currently going under the working title of the AV laser cannon. So let's see what we got. So here I have two micro servo motors stacked on top of each other. They do about 180 degrees worth of rotation, but right now in the code I currently have them set up to do about 120. And then I have a chopstick attached to one of the small propellers coming out of the top micro servo. So once I rigged all this together, I was getting a really big gun turret type vibe from it and decided to run with it and conceptualize my idea around that. So basically we just have a 2-axis pan tilt micro servo motor that is controlled through input devices and sensors in Arduino. So I have a push button and a potentiometer to control this movement. The potentiometer controls the vertical movement of the top servo motor. And then I have two push buttons to control left and right rotation of the motors. So the motors are rotating a lot slower than what they used to be. When I got to this point working on it, they were moving a lot faster, but then I had one more step in the project, and that was to add a sound element to the piece through the use of another input device or sensor. So I got out an FSR, hooked it up to the Arduino board, and decided to use my FSR to trigger sound. So here is the FSR, and when we squeeze it, we have a little laser cannon type sound with some reverb built into it. Here's the breadboard right now and how it's all hooked up. Here's the potentiometer controlling one of the motors. And then here are the two push buttons left and right to control the movement. Alright, so now what needs fixing? The chopstick definitely needs to go. Definitely needs to be replaced with a mini laser pointer. And the motors are still just moving way too slow for me. So I think my fix is I'm going to take out the push buttons completely and then bring in another potentiometer to control the other rotation. I think just using two push buttons to go left, right, it doesn't make as much sense as just one potentiometer turning. So right now I have 4 sensors hooked up, and that seems like a little bit of overkill for it all. And so by taking out 2 of the push buttons and replacing it with 1 potentiometer, that'll bring us down to 3 input devices instead of 4. And then I think I'm going to take out the FSR and then just hook up a regular push button to trigger the laser cannon sound or to fire our laser cannon gun. I think that the FSR, just bringing it in, it's really made the motors a lot slower. I don't know if it's the computer code or if it's the wiring, but I think the FSR needs to go. So what's next for this? Next is visual feedback after we get everything fixed and working. I really kind of want to bridge the gap between the digital and the real world. And so my idea right now is to use the push button and the sound trigger to also trigger a video file or a processing sketch. Currently I have explosions, particle effects, firework type stuff in my head. I don't think I want to go crazy like literal with like smoke and all that kind of stuff, but I do want particle explosions happening on a screen or on a wall with a projector that's hooked up to this motor. So then when you move your motor left and right, back and forth, you have a little cursor on your screen that's also moving left and right, that's tied to the servo position and location. And then when you go up and down, your little cursor will go up and down, whatever. So you're kind of controlling this virtual cursor with your real life laser cannon. And then you'll be able to press a button and firework, explosion, particle systems will be happening wherever your cursor is. They'll be triggered from that location. So that's where I currently want to take this. I think it's fun to just be triggering these things at the computer, but controlling their location through these physical sensors and stuff. And I'm really excited about the sound of the laser gun mixed with particle explosions and maybe some fire smoke or something. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So I'll update you guys when we've got the visuals up and when I've got the sensors replaced. And I'll see y'all later.